Hi everyone, I'm Brian from Brianoutdoors. Recently I posted a video on how to make full-length feather spiral flu-flus, and just wanted to give you a couple of more tips on how to set up your arrow before you shoot them so that we don't end up ripping the feathers off of our arrows. First thing that you're going to want to do is get your bow strung up, and I have a bow here ready to go. And what you want to do at this point is to take your arrow and knock it onto your bow. And what we're trying to achieve here is to get the two stems from our feathers on the outside. We don't want them against the bow, and we don't want them on the shelf. We want them away from the bow itself so that those stems are not going to catch on the inside, okay? So the best way to achieve that, if they're not exactly where you want them to be, just grab a good firm hold of your bow, grab your arrow shaft, and you can begin to turn it. You can make it turn by just spinning it in your hand, and you can hear it kind of pop. That means that it's moving, of course, in the direction that you want it to go. If it's too far on the bottom and you want to move it, just twist it the other direction and it'll come back. So basically, this one needs to go a little bit more here. Okay, so this is basically where you would like your stems to be. They're going to be on the outside of the shaft, just like this, okay? If they're on the inside, they're going to start to catch on the rug here. They're going to start hitting your bow, and eventually they're going to catch and start to rip those feathers off, and we want to try and avoid that, okay? So that's a good tip on trying to get the arrow set up properly before you start to shoot. The other quick tip I want to mention, that once you've made your flu-flus, and they are cured for about 24 hours is usually what you like to do. You can go in now with some Fletcher's glue or some type of a super glue, and just put a couple of dabs on the stems on the inside edges and also on the ends. So you can do the back and the front. Just put a little bit of glue. That's going to give you a little bit more insurance, a little extra insurance that the feathers are going to last a little bit longer, and you should be able to get a good long life out of those as well. Okay, and I'm going to be also posting another video on shooting the arrows, and that's going to be coming up next. We did our first video on making the flu arrows, and then of course setting them up for shooting, and then the next video will be on shooting them. Okay, be sure to check us out at www.brianoutdoors.com for more great tips and videos on fly fishing as well as archery, and tight lines and straight shooting, guys. Thank you. Bye for now.